Well, hello everybody. We're having issues with our video. I've been trying to get it connected. Um, our server is down. We are not able to upload any data that is being captured on our server. So the Bvas connection on our server is having problem. That's why we have decided that maybe we are going to go manual. So please bear with us. Professor Eric Awanyanwo, who is the returning officer for this platform, has just informed me that the device has a problem. So we may have to go on a break to reconvene. But okay, we are okay now. We're okay now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to be back. We're happy to be back. The machines are working again. We just switch it off briefly so that we can check the results, because the results that they were having, the signal that was coming from our center in Toronto was not corresponding with the signal that we are getting from our YouTube in Nigeria. But the Canada Facebook that they used to type the signal was manually malfunctioning. So based on that, we're having problem with our camera. But we will not announce, we will announce the results. But before we announce the results, we will present the program today. After presenting the program, then we'll announce. I think people don't kill me. Oh. Sorry for that little delay. We're having some technical difficulties. I think it's because of the election in Nigeria. The election in Nigeria has affected everything that is going on. I'll then go and bring our people from the other channel or tell them to come back here. Let them come here. This is a very serious issue. Honestly speaking, this has become very, very serious. Very, very serious. Emmanuel Larry. Thank you so much, Emmanuel Larry. You are the best, man. Emmanuel Larry, I see. Look at the man that gathered people to flog you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the young men. The guy I just put up there is one of the young men that I have a lot of respect for. The governor of Kogi State, he watched that video, Bello. He just went there to paste that Buhari must go. These are one of our young people who were championing that movement that Buhari must go. They knew what they saw and they were shouting that Buhari must go. Bello, who thought that he was a god unto himself, went and gathered people to flog this young man and his comrades, threw them into prison, into jail, tortured them, but he stood his ground. And today, where is Bello? An inconsequential young man has kicked him out of his office. That's just the beginning of so many things that we hear. Anyway, we're gathered here today because of the issues that are going on in Nigeria. First of all, let me just let you understand here that this election, all the things that you see happening here, all the things that you see happening today, and I'm going to try to remain neutral, but you also know that I can't remain neutral because I already have a stand in things. I'm a member of the African Action Congress, and I believe in the ideology of Sowore. Now, we have been on the receiving end of what people are experiencing today. Everything that is happening with INEC and the APC government is what we in AAC were dealing with. That is what made us. You see someone that was involved in an accident, and now because he broke his leg, after they fixed his leg, you see that man leaning on, as they walk, they go like this, You are laughing at the man. You're saying, look at the way the man is walking. You don't know. Oh, you don't know what that man went through. You that is laughing at him. So when you're seeing AAC people limping with one leg, when you're seeing somebody like Sowore behaving a certain way, when they see some of us, they talk the way they talk. When I talk, say we they mad. Say we they behave like people where Kolo don't they worry. The things you're seeing right now waiting we see. The demons you're fighting right now are the demons wey attack us. Now it make us they talk the way we they talk. So when I see some of you, they pull your hair out. I be won't attack you, but Sowore can't say make we no mock anybody. So I just want to lay the facts that I didn't come here to mock you. I will tell you the facts from time to time. But please, I didn't come here to mock, even if you're an APC person. And for some of my great lovers who are also in the autopilot section of IPOB, I didn't come here today to attack you. You will even be surprised that I agree with Simon Ekpa on a lot of issues. I'm sure that one they'll catch it now and go and they go and play it. She's the one who say I agree with Simon Ekpa on a lot of issues. Yes, but when it comes to his criminality, I disagree with him. Because the Nigerian nation is at the point where it is right now. We are not surprised. This is what we already knew. This is what we'll be telling you will happen. So please, I just sent a link. I need you to come and join me. I need us to talk about where are we going from now. Where are we going from now? What is the next step forward? What are we going to do from now? Yes, there's a lot of blame game happening now. Everybody's blaming everybody. But at the end of the day, what are we going to do? Press conference is coming out. Press conference upon press conference. People have started talking. But we know we forget so much. We don't start they clap for some people again, like we clap for them before, until they disappoint us. This time around, before you start, being real joy, I see you, man. Welcome, welcome. Before you start clapping for some people that will soon disappoint you, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Don't think that there is a template. I know they call Sowore, where is Sowore, where is Sowore? We always, the thing I like about Sowore is that Sowore is an activist. Sowore should just stay and do his activism. The same you that say Sowore should do his activism, the same you told Sowore to collapse his structure and join P2B. Now, you're saying, where Sowore, somebody should lead the protest. The same you that say we should not protest is now saying we should protest. He said, you see, I didn't come here to yab you, but I'm saying where we are right now. I need us to talk. Should we protest? Should we say cancel the election? Should we say finish collecting the result? What should we be doing? Are there some people who are going to gain from the cancellation? Okay, how does all of these things actually affect the common man? Is the person asking for cancellation doing it in the interest of the poor man? Since when they do this monetary policy and we have been at home casting votes, do they know how we are doing right now? Are some of the people who are asking for this cancellation, do they have ulterior motive? Or the people who are saying don't cancel the election, are they saying don't cancel the election because they know, say, if we do it again, they will not win because they know how they won? Do you understand? So before we jump into this their game, we need to be very, very careful. I want to make sure that whatever move we make is in the interest of the common man on this, because as I was telling somebody, any of them that wins now, you will not be there. Do you see how quickly they came together to give press conference? Oh, yakasata rasata. Do you see how quickly they are now sitting together to give press conference? The people that their followers were fighting and killing it. Do you see how quickly everybody is now coming together to give press conference? That is how quickly they will come together to give names for people that will become minister, commissioner, board of director. You will not be there. They will not consult you. Somebody say, bro, where do you belong? I belong with the people. See me, I am smart. I know very well. But I'm telling you, I am confused right now. I'm not going to jump into anything. Where do I belong? Where do I belong with the people? Where do you want me to belong? Because they are playing politics. A lot of politics is going on. A lot of back talk is going on. Have you considered that some people are hoping that this confusion will continue and we will have interim government? Have you considered that some people are hoping that this nonsense will continue like this until there's a coup? At the end of the day, last, that them go still dey there. So, somebody say, if I may ask you, who do you think that won the election? What are you saying? Who do you think that won the election? The election from the beginning is already manipulated. It is manipulated. A lot of nonsense has happened there. It's not easy for you to come and say, look, Obi won the election. It's not easy because if you want to say that, let's just make sure that these people that rigged the election, let us make sure we catch them well. Don't just come and just say it. Because that's what they see. You don't know the setup they set up for you. You don't understand the setup they set up for you. They dealt with Obi in so many places. I can tell you that. They dealt with Labour Party well. But you need to now calculate and understand how they dealt with you. Don't fall into the extra traps. I saw somebody spreading something about protest. I said, be careful. I was asking one of my friends in Labour Party, is this protest coming from Labour Party? He said, bros, I don't know. You gotta be careful. There's a lot of game that is being played. This is not a time to get emotional. And I know people don't understand me because you just want me to say, yes or no. No. APC lost in Abuja and Lagos. Of course. APC lost in Abuja and Lagos. But do you believe that they lost by the numbers that they showed you that they lost? If the thing was that, okay, are you happy that Obi lost in Lagos? Oh no, you are happy that Obi won in Lagos. If you feel the election was manipulated, then don't just be comfortable that Obi won. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that means you too, you're not being, do you understand? This will be complicated, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. If they manipulated the election, if they doctored the results, but Obi still won, there is still a problem there. How about if they had done it and pushed a little bit over and Tinubu won Obi by three votes? Will you be arguing? Then you start fighting. Do you get what I'm saying? You may not get it immediately, but I'm telling you there's a big problem. There's a fundamental problem. So don't get all emotional. You accept the place there they say you won. Then the place they say you didn't win. You think there's a problem. No, there's a problem generally. Both the place you won and the place you didn't win. Now we don't even know. We don't know at all how the winning was done, how the winning was not done. It is unreliable. It is unreliable. There are videos of everybody cheating. You talk about what do you call it? You talk about underage voters. Everybody was parading that video. The next video, there's another video of Labour Party people that were also underage. And don't believe that when you see this person's own, oh, their own is correct, our own is not correct. Election. When I was running for governorship in the past 2019 election, so I said this before. Somebody called me on the phone and said, Oga, it's me. Oh. I said, you who? So, Oga, you may not know me, but I'm your good supporter. Oga, if you check in my ward, if you check in my polling unit, Oga, you get 55 extra. Now me make sure say you get that 55. So Oga, you go find me pure water. Do you understand? I didn't send this person to read, but they are ringing on my behalf, thinking they're doing me a favor. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. There is no way any of these politicians could have monitored what was going on everywhere. So if somebody now gets a video of that man that gave me 55 to impress me and spreads it. I'll say, no, that video they gave there is doctored. No, polling unit, yes, polling unit. They'll say, no, that video is doctored. Why? Why will it be doctored? Because they are showing the one that they are doing with you. I'm telling you, you got to be very, very careful the way you get involved in their fight, in their war. It is an elite war. It's a war for the people who think they own the nation. Right now, a lot of people are tired. That is after the way that they did this election, after the way they followed this election, now when you ask people to talk about the election, they are not interested. All people are doing is just being angry. They're just being very, very angry. Very, 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 very angry. Somebody said, my best suggestion is to cancel all the results and start over. I respect your opinion. But who will be the umpire? Abara, Omaya. Who will be the umpire? Who the same professor, the same this guy, will be the person to do this whole thing? And what makes you think he will do it differently? If the APC government did all the rumors that we heard that they did, all the planning, all the hacking, if they did all that, who appointed the INEC chairman to start with? Can you tell me who appointed the INEC chairman? He says they should appoint a new person. Now you're beginning to see why I said this thing, not be a small thing. It's not something to get emotional about. And we are posting a link. I am inviting you to join me in studio to be able to make your own suggestion, to be able to make your point. Don't let this be a one-way thing. You can click on that and come online and join me in studio. Maybe to tell you to set up StreamYard. If you click on it, tell it to set up StreamYard. If you're having a problem, just refresh your browser and you'll be able to get in. But I'm telling you, it is not as easy as you think. Cancel the whole election and start all over again. You know how much this guy spent? You know how many billions they spent? Are we going to spend it all over again? Or are we going to use this same system that we saw that it failed? What? Or you're going to now go to a new person and employ a new IT people. The IT company that designed the whole system for them, that allowed it to be compromised. Are you going to go back to them? Okay, we're going to start a fresh election. So in starting a fresh election, what should we do? How long? Should we have an interim government? Do you see that? Are we going to lock down people again? Or are we going to do another monetary policy? I don't believe in one Nigeria. I've told you before. We don't believe in this system now. So many people don't believe in this system. That you're participating in the election does not mean you believe in the system. But you will be there to be able to, you have to participate. You have to see, even you that you don't believe in, even you that you want Biafra, you're not going to get Biafra outside Nigeria. The Biafra is inside Nigeria now. So does it mean that because you live inside Nigeria, because you go to a Nigerian court, because you drink water from Nigeria tap, because you get your license, that means you believe in one Nigeria? But you cannot tell me that. You have to believe that it's a concept I'm finding it difficult to explain to some people. You have to believe that Nigeria is one country that is existing right now, and that is the country that you have right now till you get Biafra. It may pain you when you hear me, Chidi, are you talking? Yes, hear it from me. Nigeria is the country now. It is inside that Nigeria that we are saying that Nigeria, the way you're treating me, who is supposed to be a co-owner of this land, because the land, the Biafran land, is inside the territory of Nigeria right now. You don't have Nigerian army. You don't have Biafra police. You don't have Biafra army. You are subject to Nigeria right now. But while you are doing it, you are fighting because the Nigeria is not treating you well. You want an independent state of Biafra, but you will have to get it from inside Nigeria. So don't always exclude yourself, because when that discussion will still be done, you will still be done inside that environment of Nigeria. You may not get it. I don't want to get into don't want to get into that argument. He said none of the parties can claim that to have participated. He says none of the parties can claim not to have participated in it. Of course now. Of course. See, let me tell you something. The problem I had with people when I was telling them, you cannot get what we want from this country playing Nigerian politics. And that's why we are not politicians. We are activists. We are revolutionaries participating in Nigerian politics. That's why we refuse to play politics. Because if you're ready to play Nigerian politics, why are you crying now? You shouldn't be crying. You shouldn't be crying, no. Hey, Shebina, you want to play it according to, because they get different rules of the game. If you want to play Nigerian politics, you have to be willing to bend. You have to bend over. You have to, do you understand? You can't be straight. Just come and be straight like this. If you're going to play Nigerian politics, don't just stand straight. You have to bend over. That's always a cheat. I don't understand how this one way they use now. Bend over, stand straight. Of course, now people say no, don't stand straight. Don't be too rigid. You have to be soft pedal. You have to compromise now. When I say compromise, I say no, Chidi, I don't mean you should compromise, but I mean you have to play it as the game. It's a game. You have to play it like a game. So you go to people who you know they are bad. You go to people who look at, for instance, the argument about Obasanjo. That's why Sowore came and said, listen, Obasanjo, you don't have the justification to come and talk about elections and credibility because you rigged the election. It was a rigged election that brought you in. You know very well that your party, Obasanjo, you know that you people rig election. Who are you to be telling us about rigging the election? Abba, it's something you know now. Yeah, PDP, APC, all of you. Not be the same people who do it for APC. I didn't do it for PDP. It's the same thing. So when you want to play according to their rules, you go to people like Obasanjo and you say, Obasanjo, you're a good man. He endorses you. And I don't see, you may look as if it's only Labour Party I'm attacking. No. The only reason why, you see, you have to understand from AEC, the only reason why you always see us be like, say, we have this cat and dog fight with Labour Party is that the Labour Party were the ones, our people are there. And they were we're hoping that they will understand. But the next thing, they started playing this politics. They forget that thing. We need to play politics. That's what happened. And then you went to play that politics. And we're warning you. You were playing the politics with everybody. You went to IBB. You play politics with IBB. Everybody started running in from left, right, center. You accepted everybody. If somebody that was a wicked person, beating their wife, sleeping with Asha, was doing everything, that person come and say, Nafana, Nawana, Monso. He say, bring that person in. They should look at what that person did. They say, no, the person has done Nafana, Nawana, Monso. That person is okay. And so as you're bringing in all these people, they begin to say, you say something like, we know they give shishi. Why is it? This is almost like self-deceit. And that's the truth you didn't want to hear from us. Very painful. The reason why I'm saying this right now is that even up till now, you may still not want to understand, listen, or agree with some truths that will get us to where we're going. And as I'm talking, I'm still expecting you to take the link and come in studio. I know people are feeling pain. People are not feeling happy. People are confused. But I need you to come in studio. Sims, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, Dr. Chidi. Hi, Dr. Erica. Hi, everybody. How are you?
We're good. We're good. What do you have to say based on what you're seeing going on in Nigeria with
I,
with the politics and the rigging and all that?
Dr. Chidi, I don't even know. I'm so disappointed. Like okay, so I just joined, right? So I saw the title of
Mm-hmm.
the program. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know that I just joined, so I haven't listened to the discussion up until this point. But I just
Okay.
want to say I'm so disappointed with what is going on with these elections. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is so disgraceful that like a legitimate country is going through this. This is not like a some kind of banana republic somewhere. This is like a whole country that had elections, presidential elections. And in
Mm-hmm.
this 2023, we're hearing reports of and seeing videos of people not being allowed to vote based on the fact that they're not from a particular tribe. People not allowed to vote because they're not voting for the party of the people that are overseeing that ballot or in that polling station. People are reporting that the Bvas system, that they weren't even allowed to like upload certain, like this is really ridiculous, and I'm so disappointed. And in my opinion, at this point, I I don't even know if it's going to happen, but maybe like they need to hold these elections over, because as far as I'm concerned, based on the fact that it seems like these elections were compromised, that means that you really should, not to say throw away the votes, but you cannot really legitimately believe that at this point those votes that were cast are really what were cast, right? So I'm just so disappointed, Dr. Chi. That's all I can say. I don't think Nigeria really should be going through this. This is really ridiculous and it's disheartening. And that INEC chairman, I know that he is, an educated man, but his conduct, I'm disappointed in his conduct so far. Like he's, to me, from what I've observed, he's not conducting himself as the chairman of a whole organization that oversees the election processes for Nigeria. So I'm yeah.
Sims, in your opinion, you think they should cancel the whole election, right?
I think that they should, yes, I think they should do it
All right.
over, because
Okay.
once something is compromised, you can't trust the integrity of the results that you're getting. So it's not to say I want them to cancel it, because I know people, I'm so proud of Nigerians that they really, all those messaging about get your PVC, we can see by the results of people showing up at polling stations early in the morning, standing in line, waiting to cast their vote, standing in the hot sun because they took their civic duty very seriously. And to have this type of result, it flies in the face of the citizenry of Nigeria. So what me saying that they should cancel the election is not to say cancel the brave efforts of Nigerians. But once you have something compromised, you really cannot trust the integrity of the results that you're going to get. So just by on the fact of that, and I know there's going to be many lawyers reading the law about the electoral processes of presidential elections, telling you all kinds of things. But at this point, I really believe they should cancel this election and do it over.
All right. Thank you very much. I see
Thank
Gabriel.
you.
Thank you. I see Gabriel on the comment section saying cancellation is the best way ahead. And I just typed a question. I said, you mean cancel some of it or cancel everything? Gabriel, if you could type what you want. Do you want to cancel the whole thing, or do you want to cancel some of it? And for those of you who come here and you don't want to be part of the discussion, but you want to keep typing, from time to time, I'll go read your comments. I can't promise I'll read all of them, but someone says, Chidi, do you still blame Simon? Of course, we blame Simon for killing the pregnant woman. And Simon also failed, by the way, because elections took place. So I don't want to disappoint you because I love everybody. I know you wanted a comment from me about Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is still under investigation. Nothing changed. If he still calls, if he keeps calling for people to sit at home and he keeps threatening them and says he's paying people that go out there and they murder people, he will still have to pay for his crimes. It doesn't. I don't know why people think you wake up and something changes. It doesn't change that way. The problem of Nigeria is the problem of Nigeria. Do you understand? Nobody ever said that Simon Ekpa was the problem of Nigeria. No, that is the different thing altogether. Unless you, in your, I try to be very civil, but if that's how you've always understood it, that the problem of Nigeria is caused by Simon Ekpa, maybe you read it from another book, or you read your newspaper upside down, because I hear, some people when you turn your newspaper upside down, you read some things. So I hope I've recognized you, Okezie Obu, and let me thank you for being on the group here. Okay. Gabriel answered, and what Gabriel said is cancellation of the presidential election. Okay, cancel the presidential election. So how about the governorship election that is coming up? Should we still go ahead and have the governorship election based on what we're seeing, or should we just cool off and get the presidential election right before we go on to the governorship election? Sims, what do you think?
Right. Thank you, Dr. Chidi. I mean, honestly, like if we really are looking at this pragmatically, if this INEC can't even handle a presidential election and make sure that the integrity of the election and the process of it kept to the standard and kept to order and was done to invoke confidence in the people that the results that they're getting is in fact the results that were reflected based on what was happening in the polling stations. If he can't handle that, how is he gonna if the organization, I'm sorry, cannot handle that, how are they gonna handle the governorship races? That doesn't seem right. I think really elections at this point, I think everything needs to just kind of calm down, and no other election. I mean, not cancel the governorship election, but postpone it until another time, because this is very serious. Like this is the election for the leader of the entire country of Nigeria, the man who is going to represent Nigeria across the world in the business and affairs of the nations across the world. It is
Can I
not
tell
a
you
poppy
something,
show.
Sims? Can
This
I
is
tell you
something
something?
serious.
Can I tell you something? The presidential election in Nigeria is so serious because whoever becomes the president of Nigeria is going to be looked up to by the rest of Africa. Africa is waiting for Nigeria
Absolutely.
to get it right. And the black race,
Absolutely.
by extension, is waiting for Africa to get it right. Black people all over the place,
Absolutely.
they are tired. They feel ashamed. Like when they look
Yes.
at what's happening in Nigeria, they feel ashamed. They're like, why can't black people get it right? So it will be everybody's joy. Nigeria gets it right, the whole of Africa gets it right, and then black people all over the
Exactly.
world. So that's how very important this election is. But unfortunately, people don't see it that way. People don't see beyond, being emotional about it. And unfortunately, all through election, a lot of people just chose to be emotional, just very emotional about things, just very emotional, not recognizing. You see, like Maria Massey said, that this is not the first time of rigging. Why are they surprised? All the three parties, they all rigged the election. APC, PDP, Labour Party, a lot of them, they have similarities. It is the same people that are inside all these parties. So why are people why are people being very, very surprised? All right. Anyways, like I said, it's an open thing. I thank everybody for whatever opinion they express. There is room for you to continue to express whatever opinion you have. As we do on this channel, we'll accommodate your opinion. If it begins to fall out of line, we will guide you properly. Yes, we give room, but not everything is acceptable. Okay, if you decide to be mischievous, if you decide to step out of line, we'll be gracious to say, hey, you're stepping out of line. We're not going to take this. But anyways, like I said,
Yes, I agree.
yeah. I need to hear a lot of different opinions. But
Yes.
before I do that, let me play this video. When we say that some of the things that are happening right now, that we are not surprised, people will be wondering, why do we say we're not surprised? The reason why we say we're not surprised is because we were warning, we were screaming. Someone like Sowore kept on screaming and saying, hey guys, this thing that you're doing, these people that you seem to be praising, because just before the election, a lot of people, they were even praising INEC. They were praising INEC, saying that yes, INEC is good. INEC is the best thing to happen to humanity after orange drink. I'm looking for something to use to compare. I have a phone call coming in.
Yeah, the way I'm sorry
Hold
not to cut you, Dr. Chidi, but I've heard this opinion expressed on a news
on.
program, and I'm going to echo it. I
Uh, Go ahead, Sims. Go ahead, Sims. Let me take this call.
no, I would okay, and I was saying that INEC had 4 years to prepare for this presidential election. It's not like this thing came to them by surprise. You know that your country, your nation has elections every 4 years, right? So you have 4 years to prepare yourself and to work out all the logistics about how you're going to conduct these elections to make sure that it is free and fair, and that there's integrity in this election. And from what we have been witnessing, based on the videos that were posted from citizens that were at these polling stations to cast their votes, and the different reports that are coming in about all these different shenanigans that were happening, it just seems as if they really and truly didn't plan. They didn't strategize. They really and truly took this thing like a lackadaisical, and that is just unacceptable. Like, you're a whole government organization. You have amongst you people working in this organization that are very educated, that have their masters and their PhDs and all of this stuff. So it's not like, these people know their stuff. And it's my understanding that the president of INEC, he's a very, very well-educated man. Why in the world would somebody that is the head of an organization who is educated and knows the electoral system of his nation, why would he allow stuff like this to go down? And what really also is very, very disappointing and unacceptable is that he does, like, it just seems as if people are making excuses. Do not make excuses for these people. When these organizations fail to do their job, call them out on it and make sure that they take their responsibility. Now, they could
Sims.
the
Hold on one
buck on
second.
somebody else all they want. But if you
Hold
know
on,
that you have
hold on, Sims.
facts,
Can you
you
hear
know
me?
that you have evidence, you know that you have receipts,
Can you
then
hear me,
you make
Sims?
sure that,
Sims, can you hear me? Can you
yeah, I'm
hear me?
sorry, Dr. Chidi. I'm sorry I
Okay,
didn't hear
okay.
you.
Hold on one second. I have a caller on the line. I'm going to take your contribution, then I'll come back and play a video. I want you guys to see that video, but let's hear the caller on the line. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
I want to thank you very much for the way you support Sowore and the way you support Nigeria as a whole. Me myself, I'm very happy what happened this election, because God wants to open everybody's eye to see what is going on in our country. When you are fighting for people you are standing for, they are against you. God wants to punish them. That's what happened to Israelite people. God sent Sowore to stand for us. What we cannot do, see somebody that is doing it, you have to encourage that person. That is what is happening to our Nigeria, especially the celebrities. When Sowore have been fighting this fight almost 30 years ago, but 2019, Sowore is fighting against them that this election it was not the right election. He fight against them to 2019 till this very moment as a whole. Where is Mr. Obi? Obi contest 2019. He didn't fight. He didn't contest. He didn't protest at all. Atiku, they contest. They didn't protest at all. Sowore have been protesting for this election so that everything will go well. Now all of them is complaining. They win the election. When Sowore was complaining in 2019, where are Obi? Where is Atiku?
Okay, Osakwe, sorry. Don't say I'm cutting you short. Just stand by. I want us to play this video. Today we're actually trying to look at solutions and to also go back a little bit. The reason why we go back is for us to see that a lot of people already knew that this is the kind of people that we're dealing with. It's just that maybe we were not paying attention. So let me go play this. Let me play this video. This video is actually Omoyele Sowore and an address he made about INEC. I'm going to play the video, and I hope we can listen to it. Let me play it. Oh, sorry. The capacity of INEC servers. Okay. To handle. Let me start again. INEC. I will say one last thing, which has to do with the capacity of INEC servers to handle pressure from the public. I have tested INEC's live website during the Australia election, and I can say categorically that website is not capable of handling public queries in a national election. The ICT department of INEC should be asked to have a solid website that can carry out encrypted messaging. What I mean is that when you are transmitting election results from polling units to the server of INEC, the results cannot be intercepted. But what I see on INEC's website is that they don't have strong servers. They don't have the ability to connect to as many queries as are coming to it instantly the way other websites should function. So having said that, Mr. Chairman and the committee here today, So in this video, Sowore was saying that INEC, that he has tested INEC server, because people are saying, oh, Sowore is not talking, Sowore is like, what do you want me to say? I told you people that I have tested this server before, and this server is not capable of doing what you expect it to do. It does not have that capability, and a lot of people did not believe him. So it's like, now that it has happened, we already knew. That's what he's saying. I'm going to show you another video. Just so you realize that he already knew that these things were there, and that's why we act like we are not. We act like we are not. Okay, that's one second. This one is audio. I'm going to play this one. This one is audio. It's audio, but it will, no, you will like it when you see it.
I listened to him very well.
But I'm going to play it again. We have it on our channel. You can go to our channel and see it. But let me play it right now for you. And I want to play the raw one here. Okay, so let's listen.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for the opportunity, and fellow party leaders here. If you recall very well, at our last meeting, I did propose very strongly that before we grant the central bank the opportunity to handle sensitive materials, we should meet with the board of the central bank. That was my position at the last meeting. It was as if I was seeing into the future, that the central bank will try everything they can to sabotage this election. Of course, some of our colleagues here turned it into a fight because they had a deal with the central bank governor. Look at where we are. A few months later, these same individuals are holding rallies in support of the central bank. They are holding press conferences. Some of them even are using leaders of parties in their interactions with the public that we support this very negative and retrogressive monetary crisis in the country. I know that the central bank governor might have guaranteed some candidates adequate money, just like they guaranteed INEC now. But INEC should even understand that going outside the monetary policy and the budget of the country to guarantee you cash is illegal. There's a process for moving cash. If cash is moved outside of that process, you are engaging without knowing it in money laundering. So don't let anybody guarantee that they will give you cash if it is not through the processes of moving cash. There's a circulation process. That's one thing to know. The second aspect of it, which I think is very, very important, is that you cannot just dismiss the fact that people don't have money to spend. Because even according to your own INEC rules, I cannot vote in Abuja. I have to travel to Ondo State. 20,000 naira is not enough for me to travel from here to Ondo State to go and vote in a week's time. So there's a monetary crisis in the country. And no matter what they are doing to assure you, the people who actually want to remove you are the people who are setting you up with all these private meetings or official meetings. And you should be very, very smart about it. I told you last time, forget about all these party leaders assuring you of protection. They have no power to protect you. This is just to make you feel good. You should worry about the Nigerian people out there who, on the way to this place, as I was coming this morning, are queuing up in every bank available in the country. The fact that there's no petrol, gasoline, to move your materials around should bother you. And I think this is the time to be activists yourself. Just like the APC people have become activists now. They are the ones who cause the problem. They are the ones who are also activists fighting against the problem. Because they want to distance themselves from the problem they created. But do you know why? They are smart in their own ways. They want to make sure that they are not punished for the policies of their presidential, the president that they elected. I think INEC should look at the gamut of his ability to logistically hold this election and tell the public the truth. Last time I told you, you have become the president of Nigeria for 2 weeks. That period that you are holding the election, this whole country are all looking up to you. They don't care. If the election fails, nobody will blame Buhari. They are coming to your house. And I hope you have a helicopter that will fly you out of this country if the election fails. It's true. So please, wear the garment of your conscience. If you feel that you cannot hold the election, cry out now. Don't get any assurance from anybody that, oh, they will protect you. One who cannot protect, you can't protect yourself. If you could, I mean, yes, you can't protect. Somebody who had to go and queue in a bank, number 198 is assuring you of protection here. So don't listen to all these things that Nigerians do to destroy public officials. You have a duty, a historical duty, to make this election work. If you think it cannot work and you have been sabotaged, cry out now. Let the public know that you don't have enough naira to distribute your materials, that you don't have enough petrol. Because if they can guarantee you petrol in the 890-something petrol stations, what guarantees you the assurance that the petrols are getting there? They are not also being smuggled away. So that when you get there, you can't even get petrol for your own car. It's a scam. If they have enough petrol, they won't need to be directing you to mega stations. It will be available to everybody. And there is petrol in the country, but the petroleum sellers are making profits. And they are not going to make profit if they are selling to INEC. That's the problem. So let's be honest about this, Mr. Chairman. And after saying that, I just want to ask 3 questions. and I'll be done. First is, if there's election runoff, are you prepared for it? And if it is true that you are prepared, which parties are on your ballot papers? If you have printed them, that's number one. How many persons have collected their PVCs as of today? I asked this question last time. They said it's a secret until certain harmonizations are done. Those are the people that are voting. I like to know them. The last question is, you have 176,000 polling units. You now have 1.6 million polling agents. Which parties submitted these polling agents to you? Can you help us, maybe confidentially, break down how many polling agents per parties were submitted to your office, so that we don't end up with 1 million polling agents from one party and the rest of the parties are sharing 500,000? Please, we would like to know. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
So if you listen to that speech, this was the last meeting they held with the INEC chairman. And in that meeting, Sowore was trying to tell them, listen, INEC chairman, there are some realities. There are some realities, some things that are going on here. And it's looking to me like you guys are not ready for this election. So Sowore already talked about them not being ready for the election before that time. But some people just kept saying, no, let's go. Don't stop. Sowore was saying, if you go ahead and organize this election like this, there will be problem. Better fix it before you go. And say, no, Sowore, don't, just go anyhow. Remember all those kind of statements. There's a monetary policy. People are hungry. People are solve this monetary. Say, no, endure it a little bit. Endure it. After, if you can endure for this length of time, you can also endure for the other time. All those things, those were red flags. Those were, people are like, Chidi, you're playing the blame game. No, I'm trying to make you, because if you don't know where you're coming from, then you can't tell me you know where you're going now. You need to fix the problem of where you're coming from, so you don't make the same mistakes in the future. But every time I say, no, let's keep moving. Before, go and see. And you're right when you say these people already knew they were going to rig that election. So if we had stopped and said, hold on, if this is not available, if this is not fixed, how can you tell us you're going to conduct this election? We don't think you're ready. That is when we should have known that there was plans for someone to rig this election. But we said no. And now we're going to say, oh, why is Sowore not talking? Why? Like, we want to control somewhere like a yo-yo. When he's talking, you don't want to listen. When he's not talking, that's when you want to listen. How does that one work? It doesn't work that way now. It doesn't work that way again. Somebody fell off from somebody in the studio fell off. Osakwe, you want to round up in 1 minute, and then we'll take some other people.
Okay. I said I want to say today, I'm very happy what happened for this election. I know through this election we'll get it right.
Hope so.
Without the truth, we have to stand for the starting. When we start this, we'll start from the starting, then we'll get it right. So the foundation, you need to stand first before we can continue.
Sure.
That's what I believe.
Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. It's really, thank you very much, Osaka. Thank you. It's very, very important that, you see, even as we're going forward, and I will say it a million times, even as we want a lot of things, sorry, even as we're going through so many things, sorry, but ask. Sorry, I just saw one very funny text. I want to play there are some videos that I want to play for you guys. And I'm wondering, all of you, don't get tired though. Don't get tired. I'm trying seriously not to yab everybody. But if a lot of you have been very, 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 outspoken before. I don't want you to now come and get tired. Don't get tired at all. No, you can't get tired now. You can't get tired. Let me play this video. I know a lot of people have seen this video, but this is the same Mahmood that Sowore kept telling, oh boy, I don't think your radio, I don't think you have all that it takes. But he kept saying, I'm okay, I'm okay. If he had all those things and he kept saying that it was okay, maybe he realized that all that complication, all that sophistication was not needed. Maybe he already knew that this thing was going to be written with hand, because is he not the one that gave this promise?
On this note, let me seize this opportunity to respond to a story emanating from a section of the media that the commission has decided to jettison the uploading of polling unit level results in real time on election day.
Did you hear? Do you hear what he said? That some people are claiming that it is not possible to upload election results real time. That's as it is happening, they are uploading it. So he wants to dispel that rumor that people are saying, this thing is not possible. He said, no, it is possible. This is what he said by himself. Listen, there's a reason why this video has been going around, because you'll hear what they're saying now.
It should please be disregarded as fake news. The commission will upload polling unit level results, and citizens will have access to those results in real time as we upload to the polling units. This innovation was introduced by the commission. The commission cannot turn around and undermine itself. So this technology has come to stay. We'll upload polling unit level results from the polling unit. Citizens will have the right to view these results. After all, who are we serving? The citizens. How can we deprive citizens from access to the results of the process conducted by them at the level of polling units? So I welcome you to the commission. I want to assure you and reassure you that the 2023 general election is going to be our best ever elections. We are committed, and that the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of elections, nothing more, nothing less.
Now, in a place where things are done properly, just look at all the assurances that this man gave, Mahmood. Look at the assurances he gave. He kept saying that we are the ones serving the public. We are the ones serving the people. Do you see why we don't play Nigerian politics? That is a pure lie. He knows very well that his relationship with Nigerians is not one of an employee and an employer, or a client and a professional. Because if they thought in that light, then they would take the Nigerian people seriously. And if they're going to do anything, they take it seriously. But this man obviously does not think that he owes the Nigerian public. He thinks the Nigerian public owes him. You know, like all of us now, we are all trying to know what Yakubu is doing. We're trying to know Yakubu. We're accusing him. That's what is happening right now. He failed on his promise. Woefully. Nino Brown, you want to say something? You want to unmute yourself, Nino Brown? If you came to say something, you can unmute yourself, Nino Brown. Okay, that's fine. Let me know when you want to say something. So, but you guys get what I'm saying. You know what, sometimes it truly gets tiring. Having to set up your gadget, set up your system, do mic check. It starts from you even making a flyer. When you're making the flyer, you're thinking about the so many things you've seen, or how you're going to talk about it, who should come in. You go through all this stress. And the other people who are living here, you know, in this country with you that are Nigerians, they don't care. They are using this time that you're using to just break your head and talk and get insulted. You're doing it because of your love for your people. It gets very discouraging. It just makes you want to just stop. Like, what do I have to lose? Like, what do I really have to lose? When you come and just see, it's like when they are forcing a pill, a bitter pill in your mouth, like poison. There's nothing you can do, but you just have to take it. You just have to swallow it. That's what it feels like. You know, cancellation, I've not heard anybody talk about go and protest. All we've talked about is cancel, cancel, cancel. And remember that we're also having a 24-hour monitoring of the elections result. As it is landing, we're transmitting it live to you. So please make sure that you go to search our videos. We have a lot of live videos going on. Search our video and follow that one. Once we are done with this one here, it's going on right now, but you can flip between channels. Like, look at what's going on here and look at what's going on in the other place. Those are the kind of things that we will be doing. John Olufemi says Nigerians aren't ready. They are the same people. They are the same people that criticize. Reason they don't like Sowore because is the complete opposite of what they want. Yes. Someone says INEC failed on purpose. I agree with you, but we shouldn't have allowed them to fail. We had everything. We had every tool. There were signs showing that they were going to fail. Now let me speak to the people that nobody has talked about protests. Let me speak to the people who are asking for protests. So I saw something like this. I saw this, yeah. I saw this.
Edie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. It says Nigerian.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed. Did you? Yes.
No. Nigerian youths, no more protests. And INEC and Nigeria, or INEC give us Ubidati as the president of Nigeria. I saw this posted, and it showed this too. Showed pictures of people that are protesting everywhere. When I saw this, I was very, very, very cautious, very wary. And you know, we like to jump up with anything and begin to run with it. You need to be very, very careful. I've told you guys, this is not a war of the poor people. This is a war of the elites. And you must make sure they don't use you as pawn in their war. Pawn are those parts of chess board, those things they used to play chess. That's what pawn is. Don't let them use you to play draft. Don't die in their war. Don't die in their war. And stop calling Sowore to come and lead a protest. Just stop. You people said we should not go out for protest. All the times we call for protest, you said no. We call for revolution now, you said no. We call for 1st of October, you said no. Everything we've got for protest, say no, if you go there, they will kill you. Recently, the last one is when we're protesting over the currency change. Said no, don't protest. But now, if that flyer is true, then you're calling for protest. I hope it's not true. Sims, please give us your closing remarks, and we'll get out of here.
Yes. Yes. Well, I'll wrap it up. Just some final thoughts. Yeah, I'm calling and I'm encouraging Nigerians to hold INEC accountable. We know, like, without saying, we understand the backdoor workings and all of that, but nevertheless, they are a government organization whose whole job it is to ensure election integrity. And then when you fail to do so, you have failed to do your job. So as far as I'm concerned, INEC did not even, to me, just based on what I'm seeing, the reports, it just seems as if they didn't even act responsibly. Like, how is it that you're a government organization, you show up to the polling stations late, or you don't show up and you don't give the polling stations the adequate material, or all of this stuff? It's completely unacceptable. So I don't want to get into the discussion too much about what the poster said about End INEC and Nigeria. I'm just going to speak specifically on this topic of the elections that were just held. I think it's completely unacceptable the way this was conducted. I think it's a disgrace to INEC, and they should really not be proud of this. They should be ashamed of themselves. And I think that they should be given an opportunity to make this right and to correct the wrongs that were done. And I believe that holding these elections again is going to be a step towards that, because if they leave the results the way it is, there's always going to be a question about whether or not the person who supposedly won, if they won fairly. So again, this election was compromised. I would not trust any result coming out of it. It is unfair to the citizens that came out to vote in the sun and in all kinds of conditions to cast their vote. It is unfair to these candidates that spent all this time campaigning and running and whatever. Whether we agree with them or we disagree with them, they were the candidates and they were in this race, and everybody deserves a fair stake at this. So INEC, shame on you. INEC, shame on you. Please take the opportunity to right your wrongs and to do this over. So that's just my 2 cents. Thank you again for the opportunity, Dr. Chidi, and God bless you and God bless everybody.
Thank you so much, Sims. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks for always coming around to air your opinion. Thank you very much. Guys, so that's it for today. Somebody was saying Sowore should come and lead the protest. No, Sowore is not coming to lead any protest at all. Anybody that wants to do protests too, it's okay. We encourage you, but we to come and do protests with you, no. We will join actually, but if the protest, now let me put a caveat. I know what AAC is. You see, AAC will join you anytime your protest is geared at protecting the rights of the people. But if your protest is based on this high thing, politician to politician, where they play on a game, you want to use the masses. Every time I want to come and use the masses, but you don't care about them. Oh no, we will not join. So let us be watching this thing developing. And the good thing is that anybody can lead it. Just go and lead. When you go, we'll now come and follow you. Sowore people said Sowore will not join any. Aeropress said Sowore no go anywhere. Okay. All right, guys, that's our program for today. Just remember that we're streaming live 24 hours. We've been streaming now for 3 days because we don't want to. In fact, I'm sleepy because we were working till 4:30 a.m. monitoring things yesterday night, and we're up again today. So please make sure that you join us on this same channel. Watch out for the video that is transmitting the election proceedings. Join that video, and then you'll hear everything about the election. We feature different TV stations. I can even show you. We feature TV stations. We feature interviews that they are doing. We just move from one TV station to another TV station. So please make sure that you join in there and that you you okay. Make sure you join in and you make your contributions. We like it when you make contributions. Or if when they yab me, please just yab more, yab more. If you're yabbing me, keep yabbing me. I like it. We need more of those here. Just be yabbing in the comment section. Because when you yab there, when you type something, that's what we need. That's why I come and tell you guys type something. You'll be shying to type it. So this here is also we are retransmitting from Channels TV. You know, when you talk to them and they understand what you're doing, it's just for education purposes. Sometimes they let you, but try and contact them if you're gonna do that. Anyways, make sure that you check out this our channel. You see, it has our logo, and it's not far away. I'm gonna also drop their link so that you can just go there right now. And oh, what happened? I went and closed it. I was going to grab the link, and the next thing you know, I was closing it. So let me grab the link, and you guys can go and watch our 24 hours monitoring. I'm pasting it here. So that's the link to our 24 hours monitoring. Those of you on Facebook, you can click it. Those of you on Take It Back Movement, I thank you. Those of you everywhere else on Twitter, on Instagram, thank you guys for all the love. And I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.